Today we're drawing a sword and a stone, and I'm starting with the handle. There are so many different ways to draw the handle, so experiment a few different ways. I noticed they all had something at the top, so I'm just making mine a little bit wider at the top and flaring out. And then I'm giving it a design with a half line, a full line, half line from the other side, full line, just to give it a little bit more interest on the handle. Now where we go from the handle to the sword, we're making it out wider, and you can also customize this, but I'm choosing to put a diamond with like an A and a V into that space. And I'm going to have it curve up on each side, finding the middle there, trying to make it the same going up to each side, kind of like a seagull. And I'm trying to show you here now, we're going to make the blade, and it's wider than the handle. And I'm also going to make it longer than the handle to show that this is the blade part of the knife that's going to be stuck down into the stone. And where it hits the stone, I'm going to make this a little bit thicker to show like you're into the stone. So the width of the marker, I'm just making it a few times wider to show that we're into the stone there. And you could also add cracks from that as well. And now where I'm putting it into the stone, I'm also going to I'm trying to make it so you can see it's going behind the sword, but that's the stone for consistency. It's on the same line. And then the stone is an organic shape, so you can wiggle and jiggle, lump and bump as you want as you come down to what you want to be the bottom. Make sure that the stone looks like it's below where the sword would go. I did notice the sword was angled, but then there wasn't enough stone to make you think there was any sword in the stone. And I'm going to give it a little bit of dimension with adding a line next to the edge, where you can see by that upper left picture. We will fill that in later. And then I'm just going to add some thickness to some lines coming into the stone on the side that is not going to have the black shadowing. These are just giving the knife part a little bit of texture with some parallel lines. And I really like just adding these little details. You could leave it simple without this, but I'm just adding like that this is the magical sword of purpose. And I make it like I'm making a letter A and a V underneath and giving it a little curve to those. And grouping them in groups of 3 and differentiating the size. And you could put something different here as well. Stars, circles, asterisks. And these are just kind of like putting the exclamation point on it that it is calling you. The little flare lines out from it. And again, I just put in some color in fast forward, so you could just see where I might add a small amount of color. Again, totally optional, and you could add your own colors. Enjoy.